Hi everyone, it's Alythia here with a brand new video. As you might have noticed, I haven't really been uploading much lately, and that is because my personal life has been pretty hectic. I've had a lot of assignments to work on, and my studies have been very demanding, so the time that I had to play Woozworld and record hasn't really been all that much. I am also doing this intro to kind of talk about what I plan for this channel, what kind of videos I would like to make. I am also disturbed because of what is happening between Russia and Ukraine, and I just wanted to say that I support Ukraine. I feel absolutely horrible about what is happening, and it has greatly affected my outlook on life and overall my mood these days. I am relatively close to what is happening, however, I believe that I'm currently safe, but that has also been a matter of concern. I do, however, believe that some of you might want to not talk or think about this right now, so I will try to make my personal view on the matter not have too big of an effect on my videos. And what I mean by that is, from this point on, I will try to sound a little bit more relaxing, a little bit more composed, and just try to have a good time. What is happening in Ukraine is horrible. It is scary, it is terrifying, but it is extremely stressful to think and to talk about. And the last thing that I want is to make my own videos stressful for you guys. So I think it's important to have this kind of line between the things where we talk about Ukraine and Russia and things where we don't, because we all deserve to have this space where we don't have to think about such stressful things. That being said, I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring the issue or that I don't have an opinion on it, because I do. I have a very strong opinion on it, and I feel like it's important to voice it. Hey everyone, it's Alythia here, and I think I already said that in this video, but I think we should talk about the new Woozworld update. As you know, I love covering updates on my channel because I think it's super fun, I think it's great, and I love the things that Woozworld are doing with the game. So let's head into the news article and let's read what it says. I would also like to tell you guys that I will also be reading it for the first time, so this is all very new for me as well, though I did hear that people are really happy with the changes, so I have high hopes. Hey Woozens, if you're reading this, you'd be pleased to hear that Woozworld 11.0 is now released for web users and is rolling out for mobile users in the next few hours. There's so much in this update, we don't even know where to start. Let's jump into and begin with a few things that we're sure you're going to love. Music is back and better than ever. Many of you requested that we bring back music. Boy oh boy, do we have a sweet surprise for you. You now have access to a full library with 20 music tracks that you can play in each of your units. Yep, you read that right. You can now choose your favorite track that will play in each of your units for other Woozens to listen to. You can now create the perfect ambience for every room to share with your friends. Some of our older Woozens will be happy to see the classic music from the old app are also making a comeback in their own section. Stay tuned, more music packs and tracks will be made available over time. Simply open your unit settings to change the unit's music at any time. Gender and pronouns, profile poses, home units, and user votes. Thanks to you, we've made tons of improvements to the profile window. Gender change. You're now free to change your gender as often as you want. Simply use the gender option on your profile to switch between both options. Please note that the following will change when you change your gender: the idle pose of your Woozen, some of your user titles, some of your relationship titles, some in-game rewards give clothing based on the two Woozen genders. Gender inclusive pronouns. Woozworld aims to be as inclusive as possible. You can now choose your preferred gender inclusive pronouns if you wish so by using this option in your profile. If you select one, other users will see your preference when looking at your profile. Please respect everyone's choice. Profile poses. You can now look fresh in your profile window. Use this option to choose how you'll be seen by other Woozens when they open your profile. home units. You can now set a home units, which is where you'll land directly every time you log into Woozworld. You'll probably want to set your home where some of your besties are. That way you can take care of them right away. Users' votes count. You can finally see how many votes you and other Woozens have earned in the last week and their current position in the leaderboard. You can also see how many votes total they've earned ever. Bug fixes and general improvements. Following the overwhelmingly positive feedback of the private albums in the previous update, we've also made it possible to set albums to friends only. Added a new Hide My Wallet setting for our YouTube and streamers to automatically hide the amount of beaks and woos in your wallet. This way, you can stream and record your gameplay with a bit more privacy. You will find this setting in the Woozworld Experience section. Added a mute button if the music or sound effects become overwhelming. You can easily turn them off and on again. Added an option when editing your units. When you select multiple furniture items, you can now have the option to include the floor items. Fix an issue where using your besties to step on switches in the mine didn't work. You can now open the profile of another bestie's owner by tapping on its name. You can now know how big a Unitz is before purchasing it. Other smaller improvements not listed here. Be ready for 2 new features coming real soon. We're finalizing the last few touches to 2 new features for all content and game creators over the next few days. You won't want to miss these ones. Keep an eye out for an upcoming blog with all of the details. Woozworld staff. We also have another article which is about units and unit making. Units loving Woozens. Today we're launching a new type of units that we're sure you're going to fall for. Introducing reshapeable units. Reshapeable units are a special type of units that allow you to customize the floor plan. These new units allow you to create the perfect hangout spot, game, maze. The possibilities are endless. To get started on your reshapeable journey, head to the shops and choose which units you want to build on. You'll be able to see the maximum amount of tiles for each reshapeable unit. You cannot add extra tiles to a reshapeable unit. Once you are in your reshapeable units, you'll see a new ground tool in edit mode. This tool will allow you to redraw the floor plan of your units as much as you want. Here's a GIF that they shared that shows pretty much what this means. From tiles to grass to hardwood, the reshapeable units has got tons of different sizes and styles. With this new tool, you can create the units of your dreams. So, what are you waiting for? Make your way over to shops now and start designing the ultimate unique units. Woozworld. Well, I can definitely see what all of the hype is about. I think that these are incredible changes, and honestly, as a player who's been playing for barely a couple of months, I didn't know that this game had this much potential. I feel like this is great. All of the changes, the pronouns, I think it's super inclusive, and I know that a lot of people would be thankful for that. And another thing that I really like is that Woozworld is interacting with its creators. It has been interacting with my videos, it has been interacting with my friends' videos, and it has clearly made changes that benefit us. That hide my wallet thing, I love it, and I really feel so strongly about it because I don't really have that much beaks nor woos. However, I've had people message me and they've been like, oh hey Alythia, I'm such a big fan of yours, and like the conversation will be fine, and then they'll just go like, can you buy me a Yeti? Can you buy me this? Can you give me that? Like, I saw that you have like 200,000 beaks. What I want is like 60,000. Can you do that? And it's like, no, I'm not a charity. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like it's so rude to use someone's fame like that, or rather to pretend to be their fan only to try to get something out of it. I feel like that's super bad, and this hide my wallet thing, I think it's gonna be a great addition, and it's gonna greatly reduce such PMs that I've been getting. I also know for a fact that my friend Noble Woozworld has also been getting a lot of such a lot of messages like that, and she's also had to cut out her beaks or her woos, and I know that she's also had to like censor is not the right word, blur it, which I think it's super unfortunate. People shouldn't have to do that just to protect their PNs from being invaded by beggars. I cannot exactly comment on the unit changes with the option where you create your own like floor plans and stuff, because I don't really do units. I'm really bad at that. I have played The Sims, but that didn't really help me out much. I just can't really design things, but yeah, I feel like all of those changes are great, and you don't necessarily need to be involved to know that they're great, just the same way that I don't really involve myself with units, and yeah, I'm able to recognize how amazing that will be for people who do. So overall, I think this is just brilliant. I really love it, and I am really excited to play when I have more time. With this Woozworld update out of the way now, I think that I should talk a little bit about what I plan to do with my channel. So as of right now, I do have footage of me creating my first units, which is really weird. It's kind of a let's play, like I talk a lot. It's a very long monologue pretty much. I just kind of figure things out. So if you would like to see that, please let me know. Apart from that, I am very interested in making other let's play videos, particularly in World of Warcraft. I haven't really been playing this game much because there isn't really much to do, so I've been playing Final Fantasy instead. But I was thinking that I could make like a leveling experience with a friend of mine, or maybe more friends, and oops, I dropped something. Because I think that that would be fun, and even if people don't really watch it, I know that I will like making it, and I think that's pretty important when it comes to creating content. And yeah, I've been thinking about doing such videos, maybe even doing Phasmophobia videos, just things like that. And that's generally, or that's the direction that I really want to take with my channel. That doesn't mean that I will stop making Woozworld videos. As you can see, I'm very into it. It just means that it will have a little bit of everything on my channel, and it won't be just Woozworld. I feel like that would also add a little bit more uniqueness and authenticity to my channel, because, you know, it will show more aspects and more sides of me. And that way, maybe you would get to know me better, and you might enjoy my content more. Or maybe I'll even introduce you to some other games that you might enjoy, and maybe we'll play together, who knows? Anyway, with all of that said, I think this video is coming to an end now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to me if you've been here this entire time. And as always, if you have a suggestion, leave it below, and I'm always a message away. Bye guys!